What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into the Cult of Carnage Misery. This is an issue number 1, and this is introducing us to a brand new symbiote, with the writer being Sabir Perzada. This is the story of Liz Allen, a very powerful businesswoman, the CEO of ALCHEMAX. Before that, she was a nurse, and before that, she was the classmate of Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, once married to Harry Osborn, the son of Spider-Man's foremost foe, Normie Osborn, aka the Red Goblin. But after Harry was killed, Liz has to raise their son Normie and half-brother Stanley on her own. And she does this all while running ALCHEMAX and overseeing the covert experiments that are the symbiotes. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with Liz kind of reminiscing. As she sits in her bed current day, she reminisces of Harry Osborn, of the days that he was alive. They had some great times together. They also had some rough times. Not everything was always perfect, but they loved each other. With Liz going through the closet, what she finds is an old cell phone. Livid that Harry had a secret phone hidden away from his wife, she throws it across the room, hitting a wall. This is when it opens up. That's when she sees the entire arsenal of Red Goblin. Now this is where we pick up later the next morning. We have Spearhead and all of the guardsmen who are coming to clear out all of this garbage. This is where Normie gets a little upset, saying that all of this belonged to his dad, that it is all here to protect them. While Liz and him have an argument, one of the pumpkin head grenades, they drop down to the ground. That's when little Stanley goes over and picks it up. Having to be very careful, they are able to take it away from him. And Liz is letting Normie know that this kind of stuff, this can't happen again. This is why it all has to leave. Your brother was just holding a freaking grenade in his hand. But the truth is, everybody is just upset. Harry is gone, and Normie is taking this very hard. Now, it is worth noting that in the Venom comics, Normie, he has become bonded with a symbiote himself. Recently in the pages of Red Goblin. Highly recommend that you check that out if you don't know what's going on. But it looks like the family is essentially becoming a family of symbiotes. As we pick up at the ALCHEMAX labs, we have Dr. Steven, who is currently talking about Carnage. Now this thing holds the potential for weaponization and regeneration. Liz would like to use this Carnage symbiote to be able to help people. The only problem is that it's too aggressive. Even though they have anti-venom, they're running really preliminary simulations to see if they can do this. To better show her, they bring her to a chimpanzee, one that has been imbued with the Carnage symbiote. They are running tests to see if not only the symbiote can survive, but if they can imbue it with the anti-venom as well. So far, all of the experiments have failed. As they feed the anti-venom to this chimpanzee, we see the exact thing happen. While it doesn't die, it does fall asleep. They have yet to find anything that they can really put both of these symbiotes together and be able to be strong enough to hold both symbiotes. Assuming that this is all taking place before the events of Venom, because we have Toxin here, we have Lasher, we have Scream, and we have Phage. All of them showing promise, but they don't know what they're gonna do with them just yet. At an unknown location, we have Corwin. He has been working for the guardsmen for quite some time, but now someone has come to him with a proposition, an opportunity to steal those symbiotes from ALCHEMAX, offering him a crap ton of money. He is definitely taking it. As we see him suit up, being fully upgraded, ready to steal these symbiotes from ALCHEMAX. We pick up at ALCHEMAX headquarters the next day. We have Carlton, who is here giving a heavy investment into ALCHEMAX. But really, what he is here for is the symbiotes. He tries to play it off like he's just giving them money, trying to help them out. The truth is, he is investing heavily into the company, hoping that Miss Allen will fail. and then it all can become his. We can only assume that he is the one that hired Corwin to try and steal the symbiotes. A little bit later in the West Village, we have Miss Allen coming to one of her friends, and really they're just discussing the applications of what Carnage can do, of what the Anti-Venom and Carnage could do together, getting his scientific expertise. What he is telling her is to not do it, that it is too dangerous, it is too unpredictable. While they finish up their meal, we pick up later that evening at ALCHEMAX Security Patrol, with Spearhead doing what he does, getting the reports from all the guardsmen. There is a giant explosion. That is from Corwin. Now, the guardsmen, they all expected him to come here. They knew that he was taking his armor home. They knew that he was really a double agent. They were just waiting for him to really spring his trap, which it's kinda silly in hindsight, but we're gonna go with it. With a giant explosion from the building, he makes his way inside. He starts taking out the guardsmen. Miss Allen and the young boy Stanley running to the safe room, quickly seeing that he is not here for them. He heads for Dr. Steven. He heads for the laboratory and the symbiotes. The little orbs that he brought with them, we see them suck up all the symbiotes that were in the vases. With a giant explosion, the Anti-Venom and Carnage symbiotes have broken free. They start to swirl around Miss Liz, not sure what to do, not sure how to fight this thing, and it begins to cover her completely, thinking about Harry, saying just laugh. This is the only way that she can think to fight this thing off, to be able to truly become one with it without it killing her. And that is when we see her. We see Misery being born. And that will be the end of this issue. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is kinda silly. If we're gonna be 100% honest, this is a silly story. The idea that Carnage is being passed around like freaking candy at this point. You got Cletus Cassidy over here, you got Carnage over there, you got another Carnage over here. By the way, we got Misery mixed with Carnage and Anti-Venom over here. Now, I'm hoping that this is all building to something. That maybe Carnage is gonna have his own hive mind. That eventually all these people that are connected to Carnage are eventually gonna be under his control. But it doesn't seem likely. That doesn't seem like it's gonna be the case. This just seems like a way for them to pass around symbiotes of Carnage to everybody and anybody. But I'm willing to see where they go with it. I'm willing to see what they do. It really looks like the Osborn family as a whole are turning into a family of symbiotes. It's only a matter of time before we freaking see little Stanley running around with his own symbiote. But like I said, I'm willing to give it the opportunity. I'm willing to see where this story goes. So far, I'm definitely not heavily invested in it. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this story, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you caught up on everything that is related to Carnage and symbiotes as a whole. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.